like it's oh,
Welcome back.
all right. So if everyone is back, then I guess
Yep.
we can slowly start.
Hmm.
All right. So, uh, for now, we can close our eyes just a little bit, move
All right.
from in front of our desks and screens, and imagine that we are thrown in the past into the 80s that are a little bit different from what we remember or from what we know. Uh, in 1950s, a Russian scientist had discovered a effect so magical in its functions that it barely managed to be comprehended. He harnessed that knowledge and spread it across the world, changing it in the process. What we know as a Cold War, as a military conflict that had the whole world holding its breath, changed from the rivalry between America and Russia and China to a rivalry between all the countries, trying to one up each other and find out who could push technology past its limits. It's not only about getting people to the space and to the moon. It's no longer about making sure you have the biggest weapon. Nowadays, in the 80s that we know, our kids know, everything is about AI and robotic and pushing forward the unknown. You, too, Kai and Frodo, you live in Boulder City in Nevada, in a city that is partially a legend and partially just a little shithole in the middle of the desert. That also happens to be the city that grown around a laboratory and research facilities of U.S. government, known to some as DARPA, but to most people simply as the Loop. The Loop brings all the revenue to your city, and most kids' parents work there in some way or form, either as scientists or as personal hired to help them, or military personnel stationed there to guard the secrets of U.S. government. But apart from that, and occasional tourists who uh, flock to Boulder City to try and see if there's any UFO kept in cages underneath the research facilities. There's basically nothing in the Boulder City that could be fascinating to children. There's one or two parks and quite a big lake north to the city, but other than that, your summer was entertaining maybe for the first week of it. Spending a summer in the desert, you are already very wary of the sun and the heat of the daytime, especially around noon when the heat is so unbearable. Everyone is looking for the shade. The school year, though rather grueling, it's at least gives you something to do. So tell me, Kai, it is at your garage that you usually meet. How does your usual Monday in the middle of the summer, when there's the threat of oncoming heat wave waiting for you in the hours in the oncoming hours, how does your usual Monday look like? When do you wake up, and how's your housing situation?
Um, Wait. So there's no school.
You are in this it's the middle of the summer break, so I
Okay.
should
All right.
probably you know what, change our visuals a little bit from the Swedish loop to
Hey, yes. Let's go.
to our in the desert in the middle of the summer
Yeah.
one.
Um, yeah, he wakes up, it's either him or his sister taking turns like cooking and stuff. They don't really bother their mom in their room. Yeah, he wakes up, kind of. I don't know if there's like games or anything at the moment, but he's on that grind for trying to practice guitar and stuff like that. So he does it in the garage. Unfortunately, the garage does not have a lot of ventilation or air conditioning. So the garage door is wide open, maybe to the dismay of a lot of the neighbors. But yeah, he's just practicing away in the garage and stuff. And waiting on his friends.
Mm-hmm. So, in that, as you practice in your garage, you have to be wary of one neighbor who uh, is a little bit of a pain in the ass for you. If you could please give me a name and who said neighbor is.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll go with
What kind
Mr.
of
Smith.
person is Mr. Smith?
Wide disclaimer to any Mr. Smiths out there: this is purely fictional, and I do not have anything against Smiths. Well, he works a 9 to 5 and stuff, and then like a little bit more. He probably dealing with his own stuff, but none of it's of import to me. All I want to do is just practice, and he's obviously impeding on that. So that's it's like it's summer break. I'm allowed to play music and stuff. And he wants to call the cops. He can call the cops. That's fine.
So, as you start with your morning practice, like, would you say that it's early morning or like you've slept till 9 or 10?
Usually, well, I'm up whenever the sun is up, and maybe in the summer it's a little bit earlier. But to the advice of my sister, I'd wait till like a reasonable maybe 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning to start.
All right, all right, all right. So, knowing that, oh,
Yeah.
as you practice, you hear the closing of the door, like a whack against the door frame, and Mr. Smith is on his porch. You! Not a day goes by and you're still doing this! Unholy noise!
I just I just
And
turned
as,
the amp up louder.
as he's shouting, you soon realize that he's not only shouting at you, very soon his shouts actually turn into something a little bit more furious and also scared. And you do notice through the as the rifles of your guitar sort of die down, you realize that there's like that voice of that sound of multiple objects kind of thunking against the ground, like vroom, one after another, falling down. And you hear Mr. Smith's voice. Look what you did now! You killed all of the birds!
Killed the birds.
Do you do you chance a peek outside of your garage to see what's happened?
uh, yeah, I'll take a peek. I don't see how I killed the birds, but sure.
And sure enough, as you as you take a peek
I
at
think
what's
Kai like has a couple thoughts that runs through his head. Like, did I just manifest a superpower? Am I like a superhero now? I can play rock.
If it's a superpower, it's probably been already described in one of the comic books that you've seen kids reading around. But sure enough, as you peek from the garage, you see around a dozen or a dozen and a half of little sparrows just lying and dying on the asphalt in front of your garage. Just as they look like as if they were flying above and simply dropped down. Their little
Did,
wings are twitching and they seem to be slowly fading. Mr. Smith is completely furious with you now that he managed to see your head poking out and see, I was always telling her, your mother, you are a child of a Satan.
I, I I'm pretty used to ignoring him at this point. He's not used to ignoring me, apparently. I try to just investigate the bird, and I was like, did I do this? Like I crouch down and take a look at the bird
So
or
as
one of the
you,
birds.
hmm I would actually ask you for the first roll of the day. So that would actually be investigate.
All right. How do I do this on?
Uh, just you should see on the left side. You can scroll down,
Yeah. Okay. And roll it.
and if you click with your right mouse button, you should be able to pick roll.
All right. Zero successes.
So no, just 2 and 0 successes. All right, never mind. You can, if you want to, you can accept the failure. You can try to push or use your luck.
Um, yeah. I mean, they're birds. I don't know. I'm not a
Mhm.
biologist.
You haven't
Um,
managed to learn a lot about
yeah.
birds in biology class. You were too busy inventing new, writing new songs for that to knowledge to stick. So besides the fact that you instinctively as a living being recognize that these birds are dying, as you crouch down and try to look for a reason for that to happen, you hear very faint help, help coming from the birds, and you realize in 1 second that the little sounds that the sparrows are making aren't them just dying. You suddenly recognize the words in English asking for help. It lasts for maybe 10 seconds before the birds actually away. How do you react to that?
I birds speaking English. Is that common in this time, or is that
No,
like is that that's really weird? Yeah.
that's really weird. You have never heard about an animal speaking in human tongue. Well, outside, of course, of all the comic books and movies.
Um, Joke me wants to play a free bird, but um, I, yeah, I don't. I guess I try to go to my sister, or what's she up to at the moment? Is she like uh busy or around?
Uh, well, you tell me. It's your sister. You said that you live with your mom and your sister, right? So,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
would they be doing?
Um, say what day is it of the week?
A Monday.
A Monday? Yeah, they're probably gone. Um,
So you're alone at home with Mr.
yeah.
Smith frothing at the mouth, yelling at the sky about Antichrist.
I
And I think with that conundrum, I will leave you for a moment to go over to Frodo.
Mhm.
let's
Frodo,
go.
how about your housing situation? Where do you live in Boulder City, and how does a Monday morning look like for you before you head out to meet with the rest of the crew?
Um, I probably like live in the suburbs. Early in the morning, I will probably try to rise before the really early, like before the sun is out, so like I can actually handle being outside while doing
Mm-hmm.
exercise. Uh,
Ah, that's true.
yeah, like because yeah, I will pretty early put in the the mixtape that Gabe made for me, label training soundtrack, and just do
Uh-huh.
some some you know some karate drills, something with a
Do
nunchuck.
you have like your own sort of improvised setup for your training? Do you have like your own gym?
Yeah, there's definitely at least one sandbag, which is just a hoodie tied in at all ends, just full of sand.
And it's I'm sure that your neighbors cannot comprehend why a child would find so much interest in just moving that bag of sand from one place to the other.
Running from one side of the backyard to the other, just dragging it along,
Uh, and
just leaving a trail because there's definitely some hole that I hadn't fits.
for sure. So you start very early then,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, tell me about your family situation.
Uh,
Who do you live with, and
so I live with both my parents. They are my dad is like I was they were nerdy, right? Like they named me Frodo. They are nerds. My dad probably works in some of the technology around town. Some of the scientific places still open.
mm-hmm,
Checking on the stuff in the loop. So like
fair enough.
yeah.
And
So I
what
assume he's very busy. I,
uh-huh, and what do your parents do that makes you want to hit them and makes you rage inside?
the fuck they name me Frodo.
Were your parents like fans of Lord of the Rings or J.R.R.
Yes.
Tolkien?
Yeah. They were fan of the books, and I would say I would also redhead. First redhead originally, right? In the old cartoons. So
So,
so
uh,
they thought it was really cute, really quaint. The other kids didn't think so. Like,
so your parents, other than well, they are the usual workaholic parents,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
More often outside the house than inside.
Hmm.
They also are. The one thing that they share is their unending love for Tolkien.
Hmm.
And you remember when you were little, they were reading you Silmarillion, right?
Yeah, not even
Instead
the
of
Hobbit, just
Just a Silmarillion,
yeah.
just a straight source.
and it is your mother that, before her shift at the hospital,
Hmm.
who opens the window to your backyard and pulls out, Frodo, don't forget your breakfast. I also made a second breakfast and an elevensies, just in case you're hungry. Guess what we're having today?
11 seasons.
Mom, I never finished the second breakfast. It's too much fat. It's going to ruin my
You,
protein intake.
oh, baby, little hobbits like you need a lot of food to grow up. You don't want to be tiny all the time, do you?
Then why are you calling me a hobbit? They are tiny.
You are our precious little hobbit bobbit baby. And she, you know that if she gets her hands on you, your cheeks are going to get tortured and you're going to get hugged, and your mom will try to fix your hair so it doesn't stick every which way.
Yeah, 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 let me go. I'll go for the race, but just stop. Come on, thank you.
Now, I'm sure that you'll have fun today. But I have some Tupperware for your friends, right? I've packed lots of food for all of you. And you do, in the if you go to the kitchen, compelled by your mum,
Hmm.
you do see that on the place of honor, um, you have one food in your life, one food that from Lord of the Rings that you hate with your whole being, and those are lembises, which your mum loves to bake, and she made so many different flavors of them. And there they are on the honorable place on the table on the, and also packed in Tupperware that you will
Mhm.
have to take with you to your friends.
Like, really, what are lembases in real life? Is it a sweetbread or?
Like I would imagine worse version of the Scottish shortbread.
Thanks, Mom. I'm sure Kai will love those.
You just take it out of the Lord of the Rings lunchbox, throw it into a trash bag, and just like hand over the trash bag. It's like your parents have a really weird way of packaging stuff.
Before your mother leaves for work, she stops in the right next to the door and just looks at you and says, as if she just remembered.
Mhm.
Oh, and your dad told me to tell you to stay out of the sun today. It's probably going to be really hot, and maybe you want to stay indoors for a moment for a day.
Maybe. Well, I'll be careful. Don't worry.
I'm sure. I always worry about you. You know, you're the only one, and we always wanted to have four. And your mom, of course, do you let
Mhm.
your mom hug you and kiss you before she leaves for work?
Yeah. Listen, a little bit stiff, but
So as she says goodbye to you, basically in the open front door, tell me about your neighbor, Frodo. A kid from school lives right next to you. Who's uh, why don't you really want that kid to see what's your mom up to?
um, yeah. Yeah. So so my neighbor James, uh, he's a little bit older, probably like in the last years of high school. I don't know how they call it, senior.
Uh huh.
He's the one that got me into karate, and I want to seem cool. This is being loved by your mom is not cool.
So you sadly you do see him watching you, and he's standing by the trash cans as if he was just doing his chores and throwing out the trash. But he stopped there and he looks straight at you, waits for your mother to start the car and leave, and he waves you over, like
And,
he's laughing a little bit at you. How is James personality wise? Is
um,
he a cool kid or is he like always wanting something?
also he's a cool kid. Yeah. Really like
Cool kid.
an older brother of like, so he's like used to dealing with like kids my age, and just like being, no, what's a lesser word for like wardship, because that's too hard.
For what?
Idolize?
Yeah, like yeah,
Idolize.
he has
Oh, all right.
younger brothers, so he's used to being idolized just for being cool.
So as you make your way towards him, he sort of looks at the hair that your mom tried to put into a perfect little bowl cut, and he messes it up with one well placed hand and goes like, "There you go, Hobbit.
No,
Look what I
no.
found.
What is it?
Look."
What?
And he points to the trash can. Do you
Oh,
look inside?
yeah. Well, is there something here?
I knew my dad was taking long today to get to work, and look what he did. We've got like, what, seven sparrows? And as you do look inside the trash can,
Mhm.
there in fact are bodies of little birds. And as you look around, you do kind of see the places where they must have landed on.
What? What happened to these birds?
Well, how would I know? I mean, maybe it's the heat,
I
but
mean,
it's not that not that hot yet.
yeah, I mean, I would expect birds to resist a little more.
Well, anyhow, I've got work for today. Watch out for the birds, will you? Maybe it's something in the air.
I'll be fine.
Hmm.
I'm tougher than a bird. It's trying to look cool.
Tougher than the birds. Fair enough. So, Frodo, what are you up to before you head over to Kais? In a few sentences, how does your couple hours look like?
Um. Also, yeah, I'll take probably take a shower because probably trying for the training. I will grab in the food that you know the Tupperware, put in a backpack alongside the boombox, the mixtape,
Mm-hmm. So just normal day-to-day
and my
stuff.
nunchucks.
Uh-huh.
You know,
And you're none. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's my
For
item.
sure, for sure. So after that, you head over to Kai's, and as
Mhm.
we move to Kai's place, what, how did you resolve your bird problem? What do you want to do with the dozen or so birds on your on your driveway? And Mr. Smith.
um, I mean, like unless Mr. Smith has like directly taken action to move towards me, I'm probably still actively ignoring him. um, I think Kai's just kind of going through like all the options. Maybe he's like trying to play different songs on his guitar, but like cautiously. So, he's like trying to play, like see if they have like different effects, maybe or something.
On the birds.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of just going through all the options right now, so he tries to play Freebird. Does that have any effect?
The birds are as dead as they were.
Okay, so
I'm
they're
I'm
not more dead. So we're good.
they are not more dead. I'm sad
Um,
to inform you that you have not possessed the powers of the Frankenstein to
um,
sing them back to life.
just looking up at the sky, like, what, um, like, is there anything up in the sky that I notice?
Aside from the clouds and the blue sky, and maybe a bird or two flying here and there, there's really nothing much for it. But what you do notice as you look around is, Frodo, do you have a bike, or are your parents the sort of parents that decided that hobbits like walking?
How do that working right? Yeah, I guess I will be working. Oh, you mentioned it.
so like, so like 30 minutes later, then.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you know there's the
I back up away from the bird, and I kind of just like, because there's other birds flying by, right, that haven't died.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I back away from the bird. I could just like do like a hands up gesture towards Mr. Smith, like it wasn't me. I didn't do this.
I will be calling the police. Don't think that I won't. And maybe this time they will listen. I have actual evidence now. You killed the birds. and the guy, older man, definitely having a sheltered life so far, and imagination wilder than most of the kids these days. He sort of wanders back to his house to get on the line and definitely call the police. But Kai, he's been calling the police pretty much every other hour with another one of his problems and conspiracy theories. So you're not overly worried about that.
Yeah, I gently flick him off.
Gently. So yeah, I mean, so he doesn't notice and doesn't walk back to you, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
something like that.
So Frodo,
Mhm.
how about your reaction to arriving at Kai's? The garage door is open. Kai is standing in the garage with his guitar. His neighbor is stomping away in an angry
Mhm.
huff, and on the driveway, there's a dozen or so dead sparrows.
Um, as I was getting closer to the house, I probably like started running, but then I slowed down when I saw the bears. Wh- Okay, what, you- what happened to these bears?
I, I don't know. I was just playing music, and then uh, mist guy said that they started falling out of the sky.
Hmm. That's weird, cause like just just a little while ago, James also saw like a bunch of birds that just died. And questioning that, were those birds also sparrows, or were they just other birds?
Just little small sparrows.
Like, so something's
I,
happening to these sparrows.
y- I don't know, man. I'm not a birds expert. I
Mm.
leave that to like the adults and stuff. Leave that to the people studying. I don't know. Maybe it's like a new military weapon or something.
For bears?
I don't know. You know, I've heard this thing
Mhm.
where birds aren't actually real, that they're just surveillance cameras.
As you stand over the birds and look at them,
So,
do you
hello?
want
Sorry,
oh,
my headset died.
oh, all right, all right.
So can you repeat what you say, bro?
Me or Kai?
It got when Kai was like, I heard, and that's the last thing I that came through.
Yeah, no, I heard that like birds aren't actually real, and they're like security cameras or something. I don't know if it's real, but that's just what I heard. So
I'm just looking at you weird. What? I poke a
it's
bear on the
another
ground with my
joke.
feet.
Don't
I
worry
don't know,
about
it seems very real.
As you both look over the birds, sort of wondering what to do, uh, both of you hear from the side of Kai's house, a little, the behind the corner. See, you hear a voice go like, "I will just ask them. They have thumbs. Thumbs. We need thumbs." In a really weird, sort of gurgly voice.
it. Oh yeah, I mentioned to Frodo, by the way, that
Mm.
wait, um, that the bird was talking. That doesn't sound like. I don't know, man. The bird was talking earlier. I'm way too young to be doing any drugs, so I don't think I imagined it.
Okay. Um,
Frodo, do you have a nickname between the two of us, like Fro or something?
Fro.
Uh,
Do
wait,
you maybe instead of a nickname, did you pick a normal name that you want people to call you?
it would be really funny if I just told people to call me Sam.
Sam.
Oh
Yeah,
Sam is
without
Sam
knowing, I
is
just
Samwise.
Sam.
I mean, Sam.
Or,
Sam
or
is
Sam.
the true
How do you
hero.
say in English? Samuel, like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel.
Yeah, it's well, Samuel. Samuel works.
Mm.
One of the joke is Dixon is also a really big Lord of the Rings fan.
No. I'm sure that this is partially why Dixon befriended Frodo for the name only. Like the second he heard him introduced in class, right? It was like, oh, you will be my lifelong friend. I will walk with you to Mordor.
Sam, did you hear that?
Yeah, well, the boys.
Hmm.
You feel like
I,
someone
something.
else.
I don't know. Something about having thumbs.
Like, where's the voice
You
coming
need
from? I would like.
thumbs.
I
The
started getting
voice is
closer.
coming from behind, behind the corner of Kai's house. I
Mm.
imagine you live in a detached house, right?
Yeah.
So around the corner to the back of your house, behind your garage.
Cool. No one should be home right now, so uh, I, yeah, Kai is a little bit suspicious. Um, is there like anything to use in the garage as like a weapon or something?
For sure. What do you keep in your garage?
I imagine there'd be some tools or something left over from his dad.
Hmm.
Just maybe like a hammer.
Range.
Let's go with a hammer. That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely there's a hammer or two lying around. You can take one. No problem.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna go investigate, I guess.
I follow behind with my non-choking hand.
Yes.
Yeah. As you slowly go around, following the voices, you hear the flapping of feathered wings. And right in the next moment, a bird with a toast bread around its head, with the middle eaten out, right? A pigeon lands in front of you. And you have never seen a fatter bird in your life. Like the pigeon is definitely like 80% fat and 20% pigeon. With of course that nice necklace made out of stale toast bread, and the pigeon goes, "Oi, oi, human!"
When he talks, I put like
See, I
my
told
hand
you they talked.
on my forehead, like checking my temperature. Am I having a heat stroke?
Yes, yes, you, the dumb looking one.
Okay, talking to you.
I look at the hammer. I look back at the bird.
I need thumbs. You've got thumbs. I want thumbs.
Like detached thumbs. You can't have my thumbs. I need those. Like, I actually need those.
My friend Bottles needs ones. Needs thumbs. So I need them now. Give them to me. And the bird sort of, the pigeon, when they get angry, right? Make their chest bigger, right? Like, and the feathers kind of standing up a little bit. This is what the pigeon is trying to do.
Why you need thumbs?
to save bottles.
Okay, so not to eat. I thought you wanted to eat, you wanted to eat them. I mean,
Wait, do I get the impression that they're like trying to cut off her thumbs, or that they just need like opposable thumbs to like help?
Seeing that you are talking with a pigeon, everything is possible. But you have a feeling that a bird wouldn't exactly know how to detach a thumb from your person.
Uh, I
mm,
mean, yeah. I Sam, you want to take this one?
um,
I got your back if the bird tries anything funny.
sure. I like just put my hand in front of me with a thumb up. Where's bottle so I can take it to him?
Good human, yes. Gru, 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 gru. And the bird flops down like when the pigeon starts to take off, right?
Uh-huh.
You think that maybe for a second, like the first try is a complete flop, like his bottom is too heavy to actually reliably lift on the first try. But eventually, the pigeon takes flight and leads you to a few houses past Kai's house. Uh, Through the the back alleys, back to the uh, place where three or four bigger trash cans are put together, uh, and then behind one and gray trash can, the pigeon lands and calls out to you, "Oi, human, thumbs!"
You need me to move it? Or
As you look behind, do you all follow Kai? Do you also follow the pigeon?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I follow with
Mm.
the hammer. Can't trust these birds.
Can trust these birds. So as you follow up, as you look behind that gray trash can, you see an equally fat pigeon with its head stuck into a plastic bottle. And the reason for his current predicament is pretty obvious. Someone has put an uneaten pizza crust inside that plastic bottle. And the pigeon, being definitely hungry, and after that crust, just put its head through the little opening, through the bottleneck, and got itself stuck. The pigeon with the toast on its neck, on the other hand, perches on the gray bin and just pulls you out. Here, help bottles with opposable thumbs.
I just, I try to slowly like grab the bird in the bottle and just try to pull it out, but without much force because I don't want to hurt the bird.
You reach for bottles, right?
Hmm.
For the little fella
Yeah.
in a very bad predicament. As you touch him, like do you actually like want to pick him up?
Yeah.
As you pick him up, the pigeon doesn't protest overly much, as if it was used to being handled by humans. And as you look at it more closely, there's a weird looking scar on the back of bottles, on the back of this pigeon. Like between the feathers, you see scarring of flesh and something glinting in the sun. What do you do?
So it's like I,
As you grab the
uh-huh.
pigeon, you notice that there's something irregular on its back.
Uh, okay. But what is that? Is it friend okay? Visit the bottle.
Oh, he can't really get his neck out of the bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his body is very weirdly balanced at the moment. Like he cannot get up. He's just kind of. Before you picked him up, he was rolling on the dirt.
Okay, yes, first I'm
So,
gonna try to pull the bottle away with.
mm. So in order to do that without
Mhm.
hurting the pigeon,
Uh-huh.
I would ask you to roll for tinkering. Are you is Kay helping in any shape or form, or just standing by with the hammer ready?
Um, I think I'd offer the hammer as a backup. Like maybe I could like lightly tap the bottle with the hammer and like break it. But you know,
The bottle
Mhm.
is
I trust.
plastic.
Oh, the bottle is plastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would work. Um, yeah, I guess I'm on standby while I cook.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Uh,
So
so
tinkering.
yes, a roll for tinker.
It's not quite doing well. Uh, oh, there. That was so close.
Just one. Wait a second.
I have one deck.
One for tech and one for tinker. So, do you want to use your luck or push the roll, or are you giving up on poor pigeon? Like clearly,
I mean,
just pulling at the plastic bottle to
yeah.
get the head out doesn't work.
Okay. I will go give up on that idea, but I was like, I just wanna keep the pigeon in hand with the ball. Just, okay, do you have scissors? Do you have an idea? It's too stuck. I cannot pull it out. Pull it out.
I mean, my dad might have something at the garage, but I don't have anything on me. I don't think I have anything on me. Can I roll a check?
You should have had one special item, right? So if you open your character sheet on the equipment part, your iconic item is your electric guitar. So this is something that you always have with you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And now you also have a hammer. And for Frodo, you have your nunchaku
Yep.
uh, as your iconic item. So anything else you have to outsource, as in you have to actually go and get it. You don't carry it with you.
Okay. Then-
But there's nothing saying that you cannot take Bottles and his friend uh, back to your house, Kai.
Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Yeah. So back to the garage. We're looking for
Like
scissors.
shears or
Yes.
like a wire cutter, something like that.
I think if you take both the birds back, of course, well, both. The toasty one is definitely flying and following you, all the time making comments about useless opposable thumbs and being gentle towards his friend Bottles. You do have you do have a feeling that Bottles got his name because of his propensity to getting himself stuck in bottles. But
What? Why? Why can you guys talk? And why? Why are there a bunch of dead birds?
uh,
Did you guys do
it's
this? Is there like a bird gang war that's happening or something? Did you kill the sparrows?
oh no, it was the eagles. Eagles are evil.
Wait, so there is a bird gang war? What?
Oh, why can you guys talk? That's not normal, right?
The other pigeon, the currently free one, just sort of looks at you a little weird, like tilts its head that it's almost on a bent angle. It goes like, "What do you mean, human? You are the ones that suddenly started talking."
I look at Kai, or no, I look at Sam. I was like, no, no, I've always been talking, right?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Uh,
uh,
I guess the birds learn English. So like,
Now, my friend, oi,
oh yeah,
oi, get
bottle.
him out.
Yeah,
I
get
think
bottles of the
he's,
bottle.
I think he's, I think he doesn't have air to breathe. But as you look closer, Bottles doesn't seem to be overly bothered by the lack of air. He is still trying to nibble on that pizza crust. Uh, you did bring him back to garage, and there's a plethora of tools accessible to you. So, what do you pick to try and help your little bird friend?
Okay, well, go bring something. I'll just like we keep bottles on the table, just holding him so that he
All right.
doesn't roll around.
I think like wire cutters probably.
Mm-hmm. So that would be +1 to the tinkering roll. Um, if you want to try again, this time with Kai leading, probably.
Yeah.
Or am I rolling?
Hmm. So, Frodo, are you Frodo? Sam, are you assisting?
I mean, you're the DM. You can call me both. uh, yes. I mean, I was thinking by just holding like bottles in the bottles so that they don't move like at all. So like I can like cut precisely.
All right, all right. So, Kai, please roll for Tinker, and oh my god, and two more dice. One for the shears, and one for the Frodo assisting. That's a
All
really
right.
good roll.
How do I add more
If you
rolls or
click
something?
on
Or...
that, if you take a look at the click on the little white button in the middle of the lower part of the screen,
Yeah, yeah.
you should have
Just
option to
roll
roll
two
more
more
dice. Yeah,
or
roll
one
two
more.
more. Two more.
Okay.
All right, two successes are plenty. So, because only one was needed, you can spend your extra success on something nice. For tinkering, whatever you're making can be, whatever you wanted to do can be better. So, what were you hoping to achieve, and how can it be better than you hoped?
For the bird,
Hmm.
for getting the bird out. Um, I don't know. So first off, free the bird, right? Free the bird from the uh bottle. Um, can I use like the other success to like see if I can figure out anything about the bird?
Hmm. Definitely, as Frodo is holding it, and you're sort of tinkering very close to its neck, right? You realize
Yeah.
that as you look between the feathers, you need to wedge the metal there, right? So to cut the plastic, and as you do it, as you are being very careful and observant, you do notice that there is something that has been uh, I would say sewn in beneath the pigeon's skin. A little square with a little cables or lines that protrude from it in every which direction and spread across the skin of the pigeon. Underneath it, you only see the raised bumps and slightly more inflamed skin where the stitches were.
guess I share this with Sam.
Yeah, yeah. I think I also noticed as when I pick it up to touch it.
I look at the free bird, the free bird,
It looks back
the
at
bird that's
you.
not suck. You're like, what is this?
It's Bottles, my friend. Well, now I guess we need to rename him. And for the first time, you hear Bottles speak, and you hear in that low voice, "I am free. I am no longer Bottles. I am Pizza Crust." And he gets to that part piece of bread with such fervor you can barely hold him, Frodo. Like he has priorities in his bird life.
Wait, so that means your name is Toast?
Yes, I am Toast. Oi.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Okay, that I don't know. Anyway,
How did you know?
Tom's.
Huh?
I just guess just
The bird is looking at you as if you were sprouting a second head. But I guess the feeling is very much mutual. you do you do notice that, like, you do remember, Kai, that uh, these two pigeons aren't the only birds that you heard talking, and you have a full driveway full of dead sparrows who pretty much begged you for help for keeling over.
Um, like, do you guys need help with the eagles or something?
You can kill eagles? Boy, with opposable thumbs?
I look at Sam. I may well
I don't have a range option. What if they just fly away?
like I don't I don't know, like killing, like maybe like we can like talk to them or like
Talk to
capture
them?
them with like a net or
Pi-
something.
Pizza Crust, have you heard them? Talk to eagles. And Pizza Crust, instead of answering, you watch as he tries to pick that whole pizza crust and try to gurgle it down his throat. It's not going well for him, but bless his poor little pigeon heart, he is trying. Toast doesn't really mind not being answered. He just looks at both of you, like jumping from one tiny foot to the other. You don't talk with eagles, oi. Eagles are evil. Eagles kill. You have to kill eagles. That's the only way.
Uh, Sam, did you down for this? Like I haven't killed anything bigger than like an ant or like maybe like a cockroach once.
I, I mean, I would. Just, how long has this fight been going on? 'Cause- you know what I mean?
How long eagles were evil?
Yes.
Since the sun rose.
This morning?
Yeah.
That's very fast to say to kill them all.
Wait, how do we know that you're not like evil ones? Because like we haven't even. This is the first time hearing about any of this.
So you as you ask this, Toast is stops moving altogether, and his eyes grow just a little bit bigger and shiny. And when he looks at you, it is as if the bird was looking into your very soul, and then just gives you that little, very bird-like "kru kru kru kru" sound in an answer. It is your to interpret however you like.
I mean, that's the most normal thing I've heard come from a bird all day.
Yeah. Give us a moment, Toast. I just take guy like a little bit far away. I mean, let's just tell him yes, just so that we know what's happening. I don't know if we need to actually kill the eagles. Like they've been evil for like 12 hours. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, like, I mean, people change, right? Maybe eagles change too, or like maybe they had a bad day or something.
Yeah, let's just go along with it for a moment, right? And bring some bread in case, in case we need a distraction.
Yeah, all right,
Oh wait,
sounds good.
I already got some.
It's the lamb you're trying to get rid of.
Yeah, yes. Oh wait, I remembered. I put another of my backpack. Okay, we are ready to go. Just put him back in.
Yeah, we go back. Yeah, we can help, but first our names are not thumbs.
Mhm.
This is Sam, right? And I'm Kai, but you can also call me Slash.
Toast just looks at you weirdly and asks, "What is Sam? What is Kai?"
It's like the name. It's like bottles or toast.
It for a second, like the longer the bird looks at you, the more you think that he doesn't really comprehend the concept of names for humans. Like if there is an object that is called bottle, that could be a name or a toast or pizza crust, but it looks like the bird doesn't really know what Kai is or what a Sam is, and then just points to something on your. What are you wearing, Kai?
It's a leather jacket. I'm not sure if it's real or not.
So the bird points to the leather jacket and with its feathered wing and goes, "Kai."
Yeah, sure, that works.
And how about you, Frodo? What are you wearing?
Um, it's like, I was gonna put the nunchucks and then put it Sam.
You point to the nunchuck. All right.
Yeah, just put them out. Yes, Sam.
Sam.
Yeah. Does that work for you, Mr. Toast?
He seems to he repeats the name a few more times, and it seems like learned that leather jacket is now Kai
Uh-huh.
and nunchucks are now Sam, and we'll refer to them as those.
That worked for me. Free society is kind of weird.
I would imagine, yeah, like the birds, even though they are talking, they have their, well, how to say it, limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But to the side, you see that ex bottles now pizza crust is managing to slice that pizza crust in half and try to still devour it.
Hmm. So what's going to be his name when he finished that?
That's the question, right?
Well,
with
Uh,
how
mhm.
much has happened, uh, both of you suddenly remember that, well, there should be one more person with you. Kai, Sam, tell me what was Dixon so excited about that he insisted on Friday that he has to meet with you on Monday and show you this super cool thing that he now has can do. He was like really, really insistent on.
Um,
A
wait,
new
what's it?
amp.
Ooh.
Eh?
Yeah, or something
Something
music
that he
related,
spent
like
like,
maybe a bunch of
mm-hmm, yeah.
pedals, or maybe like he learned like a new like drum spin technique, like with the drumstick.
Uh-huh. And with how he is always pushing you to do better, right? I
Mm.
would imagine that Dixon is actually the only one who insists on having a set time for rehearsals, right? For actual practices, and he's like a complete stick in the mud when it comes to deadlines and actually being on time. And
Mhm.
as you were so well, busy dealing with bottles and toast, well, pizza crust now, you completely missed that the time has seemed to flown by, and there is no trace of Dixon showing up on your porch. And that is very highly unusual. You don't remember Dixon ever being late for a rehearsal.
Uh, yeah, Sam,
Uh-huh.
where's Dixon?
Look around. Not here? Huh.
Uh, go, can we call him? Like, does he have a house line or a cell phone?
Most probably a house line rather
Mhm.
than a cell phone. Cell phones, as far as you know, would be at the stage of development of being those large bricks that you could technically have with you, but those were the technologies that
Mhm.
belongs to the in the movies to the CEOs, right,
Uh-huh.
or government officials, right, not to kids.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, let's try to give him a call.
Hmm. So you do try the landline, and after a second or third attempt, met with no one answering it. Well, you lose your hope that anybody's home at Dixon's, which is also not really a usual situation.
Um,
Oh. But like,
let's go. Let's go check on him, right?
yeah, I think I
Like,
think we should. It's kind of worrying.
yeah. I tell the birds, I was like, hey, we're gonna go grab our friend. He's also got thumbs too, so there's like, you know, an additional two sets of thumbs. So, um, you, dude, how far is Dixon's house?
You tell me, this is your friend. How far away from you does he live, Kai? And what is his
I don't know.
current situation?
Um,
Is he like rich, or is he uh, living in a more modest housing?
if he's a drummer, he's obviously rich.
Yeah.
Drums are expensive as hell.
I was gonna say if, like
Um,
he was classical train, like
yeah,
that's rich parents. That's just something else.
yeah, it's pretty rich. In which case he'd probably be located in a more
Upper area.
the richer, yeah, upper area.
Mm-hmm.
We can take bikes maybe.
Well, you have a bike,
Yeah.
Kai, but
But then again,
Frodo's parents believe firmly that hobbits were made for walking.
Dude,
No,
Sam, do you know how to ride a bike?
wait, so I can.
You probably
Yes.
learned with your friend,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
And
Okay.
I mean, if you haven't, I take your sister's bike. Let's go with that.
Yeah,
I use
just
that
as
one whenever we actually have to go
she,
somewhere.
yeah.
and
She says
how
it's cool, but just like don't break it or damage it. Otherwise, she will kill us.
It's fine.
is the bike pink?
Yeah.
um,
Also,
yeah, it's like a dark like maroon pink, like a fuchsia
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
with
So,
flowers, with very nice flowers on it, like psychedelic, like hippie yellow flowers and stuff.
oh, nice.
actually,
I
guy,
I can.
what if we trade? Cause like, if it's your sister bike, then maybe she's not as mad.
Yeah, sure, that's right. Whatever, let's go.
All right. So you are heading to the more to the richer part of Boulder City, the one that is populated by scientists of the highest renown, right? Those that appear on TV, those that uh, take all the attention of the mass. And over the years, there have been a few quite famous names, according at least to your science teachers, who definitely try to pour all that ideology of pushing forward development as a patriotic duty of every American. But your friend is house life like uh, when you think about Dixon, why was he unhappy? His in his family. What was his biggest problem, despite all the money that they have?
I think probably with like parents are like make a lot of money and like up class and stuff. Like maybe he was also trying to be like a rocker or like no, actually I don't know if his parents classically trained him to like be a musician. Then I don't think they would be that
Maybe it's the
against him learning.
maybe it's the general, right? Like he's going for rock instead of I don't know piano, just like orchestra.
So his parents were very stuck up, right?
Hmm.
And never let him do anything fun. Only if music, it was always classical, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. So, you know that Dixon often argued with his parents. Like he was in that phase that so many of you know either from school or from your own lives, where parents are more of a obstacle and unpleasant enemy to deal with every day than actual friends or family. So, as you were never invited over to the Dixon's house. And his usual excuse was that his parents wouldn't be a good company. And after one night of maybe drinking some stolen beer or haggled beer, one day over the summer break, he actually admitted to you that uh, his parents don't want him hanging out with poor kids or, of the lower social status, right?
Yeah.
And that was that. You have never been invited to visit. You have never been there before. All that you know is where his house is. You have mm, you know uh parted your ways on his driveway many times over, but you have never been inside. And now, as you make your way down that rich people's street, you do notice that the door to Dixon's house is wide open, and there's lots of feathers everywhere.
Uh, do you organize those fairs?
Some are smaller, some are bigger. If you want a specific species of the specific birds, then that would be a role for comprehend to see how well you remember your biology classes.
Okay.
Whoever wants to make that role.
Wait, who? I feel like
Who's a better student?
I don't think Kai would pay attention a lot in class. I'll be honest. What's the comprehend? You said.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I can do it if you want.
yeah, I'd say. Yeah, you'd probably be better at it.
Okay, I will like get in the ground, take different like feathers, and just try to identify both.
Mm-hmm. So that's not a success on comprehend. I
I wanna use one log.
uh-huh.
And this how do you reroll?
You have to click on luck and just subtract one. And then you re-roll, so you roll
Oh, okay.
again because there was no
Okay, I see. Really? I guess,
Kai just
hmm,
can
let's
Kai
move.
just like try to grab and throttle the birds? Like, what do you do with a friend?
But there are no birds, there are just feathers.
Yes.
Oh wait, what about the birds? Like, oh, Bottles and Toast didn't stay with us.
Did you
They're in
want
another
to
place.
take them with you?
I mean, it's up to them if they wanted to follow and stuff. But like,
Uh-huh.
like
I'm sure that Pizza Crust was more busy filling his belly
Uh-huh. That makes
than
sense.
following humans.
Mm.
yeah.
But Toast, well, uh, out of his own free will, he wouldn't have followed unless you offered him something.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, we'll just go inside. You were like, uh, Dixon, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. Is anyone home?
Inside the house looks really luxurious, but the first thing that you notice isn't the really nice flooring or the cleanliness of everything. It's the fact that all the drawers and all the cupboards and shelves seem to be have been thoroughly searched. Uh, it is as if someone was throwing everything that they didn't need in search of something else, and the whole living room and kitchen and the first floor area looks as if a tornado swept through. There is no sign of Dixon. What what do you do?
Um, do we, this has got to be the birds, right? Uh, are there any paths with like the the feathers, or like is there any like leads or anything that we could like follow?
Hmm. For that, I would actually ask you to roll for investigation.
Right. This last one went so well.
Look, statistically,
It was-
one of us has to succeed at something.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's roll to investigate.
Well, if you add them.
If you add them, yeah. So as you look around, as you're trying to piece together a possible scenario and see where it takes you, uh, you hear behind yourself from the staircase a really loud screech of a large bird. One that you have not noticed being inside the house. One that has taken both of you, but most of all Kai, by surprise.
Mhm.
As as you twist to look, you see half a bird, half a machine, with a metal beak and a red flashing eye that looks like if it had a camera inside. And I want that bird is going to, well, it doesn't look friendly, and it has something red on that metallic beak of his. What do? You have merely seconds to react before the bird flies at you, and you've heard Toast warnings. Eagles are evil.
I try to swing at it. Do I still have a hammer?
Yeah, you still have the hammer, so that would be a force, I believe, and to hit the bird as strong as you want, as you can, right?
Sure.
Plus one for the hammer that you're wielding.
Okay. Um,
Oh no, guys, your rules are terrible.
Yeah.
I how do you fix the roll? Do you want to do you want to push the roll, or do you want to use your luck point or your pride?
um, how? Wait. Light. How? How? Wait. How does the push system work again?
If you want to, if you push the roll, you have to find a different narrative solution, right? So maybe holding the hammer with one hand was too much, and you needed to hold it in two hands, right? To probably handle it. Or you can use your luck point, right?
Yeah.
To re-roll for free, but because if you push the roll, you have to take one condition.
Oh, okay. How often does the luck reset?
Uh, the luck resets after a mystery. So for us, it's not relevant, right? Because
Yeah.
this isn't a campaign, right? This is only one session. But it does. Once you used it up, you won't be able to use it again.
All right. Yeah, Fredo, you're the karate expert. Why don't you take this one?
With your
Okay.
nunchuck.
Okay. Can I ignore now?
Can you what?
Uh,
That would be a roll for force, right? Plus
oh,
2 from your nunchuck.
okay. Uh, like force. Where I at? Where- huh? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Guys,
That's
look
one
out!
dead
And
bird.
I jump with a nunchuck.
All right, all right. I think we need a proper background music for this one, as Frodo with 5 successes. Jesus Christ, this is how do you how do you kill the eagle? How does that fight look like, Frodo? Like you are like a Karate Kid in a movie. How do you do it?
So, so I was like right behind in the ground with like the two feathers, still looking at, still trying to identify them, and I just look, Kai being attacked by this eagle. So like, Kai, look out! I take out the nunchucks and like, I throw them like a ball, just
Oh
spinning,
no.
the spinning, and just grab the bear by the head and take take it to the ground.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You hear the breaking of the bird bones and something electric going like a high wire and sizzling, and
Ooh.
before you know it, the eagle is defeated.
You-
Yeah, the sharp talons and metal talons and the a nasty looking beak no longer able to threaten you. Jesus,
you,
and
you okay?
that was impressive.
You, you okay,
Mhm.
Kai? The,
Uh,
I think the eagle's
yeah,
dead. I,
thanks.
I, I think I killed it.
Well, well, that solves the what to do with the eagles. Holy shit, man.
As you're holding the dead eagle, Jesus,
Oh,
as
Tony
you
was
as
right.
you
They look pretty evil. I will not have to give him that one.
you notice that the metal parts of the eagle have a branding or some sort of a logo on it. And you do recognize the logo of the Loop, or the DARPA research facility that you all call the Loop. But right next to it, there's also initial in the name, D. Dixon, and you know that your friend's father is named Darrow.
uh, is this. Wait, what?
So Dixon's father
What?
made the eagles evil? Is am I being stupid or is that what's happening?
I. Why would it. Why would it make his eagles look and mess up his owner's house? Or
Maybe it's
like,
like,
maybe the eagles rebelled
yeah, like Frankenstein.
or something?
Rebel against its
Yeah.
creator.
I never read that one, but yeah, that sounds about right.
This would be cool if
Uh,
if our friend wasn't kidnapped by eagles.
yeah. The, do your parents work for Loop, right? Do they know anything? Cause you call them.
Oh, my dad does, but like he's in the office. He he, he will never pick up.
Mm.
You do remember your mother's unusual warning this morning. What exactly did she tell you?
Stay
To
out of the sun.
to stay indoors, right? And she has never done that
Oh,
before in the summer.
oh yeah.
Wait, what? You got something?
Yeah, no, I was this morning. My mom told me to stay inside. You know, she said it was because of the sun, but like we live in the desert, it's always hot out here.
Yeah, for
Mm.
real. I don't know why I'm wearing this leather jacket.
Oh no.
Well, fashion hairs or something. I don't know.
Or,
But yeah,
well, I think
I think she had an idea.
your parents know something.
Uh-huh.
Hey, maybe you can go to their office or something.
I mean, we can try to, but like, should we go for those first, or because
Well, I don't know where Toast is.
I mean, I assume he was just looking at Bottle eating that pizza crust.
if you're
Man,
Mhm.
I'm pretty
if
sure
you're
that
looking
basic crust is
for
done.
huh? No, 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 go on, go on.
Yeah, what's up? What are we looking for?
If you're looking for options, right?
Uh-huh.
You can always find someone to ask for more details. There's also library in Boulder City that has access to quite a lot of information. Some of them also from the loop. But you have your anchors, right? You're
Mhm.
the only adults in your life that are worth something. You can also look for connections and or gossip around the city. So it's not like you are completely left. Oh,
Ooh, you okay? Ah,
I'm so
bless you.
sorry.
Oh,
No,
bless you.
Oh.
that's fine. I thought you had like drip or something for a moment.
I was really trying not to sneeze, but well, it was a
You're
lost battle
you're good.
anyhow.
Uh,
You can also go to your anchors,
Mhm.
or well, you have never been in Dixon's house before, and so far you only stayed on the first floor of it. You know
uh,
that there's the mechanical eagle, now dead, and harmless. Uh, you use the opportunity to look around as well.
yeah. Let's look around some more. Maybe I try to call my sister
Mm-hmm.
later.
The Dixons definitely have a landline, so uh, if you remember your sister's number and the one that she could answer, definitely.
Yeah. Do we want to explore first, or we want to call? Uh,
I kind of want to look in Dixon's father's room just to see if he has some documents or something like that. Maybe some work related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a good idea.
For sure. Do you split up or do you go? Do the both of you go to
Oh
Dixon's
yeah, we
parents'
go
room?
together. Or I'll follow Frodo. Sorry, Sam.
Hmm.
I,
As you
I
explore
call him
the
Sam.
house, it it becomes painfully clear that there's very little of the pictures on the walls are like the standard photo stock pictures, not actually of Dixon's family. Everything in this house looks very expensive, but also impersonal, as if people living here weren't actually considering this place a home, just a house. And the same can be said about the bedroom situation, because you would think that the married couple would have one bed,
Mhm.
but as you open the bedroom door, there's actually two single beds separated by nightstands. And it seems as if the Dixon's parents weren't really in a happy marriage. It was more for convenience sake than actual love. But you are well, you do know which side belongs to whom, right? The flowery elements are definitely Dixon's mum, and Dixon's father. Part of the room seems to be in immaculate, almost OCD like clean state. How deep do you want to dig into his personal stuff? Like, are you sniffing through the shelves, look under the bed, or are you just leaving it at a glance and moving on?
Like, are there any like documents or like computers or anything?
There is one uh, thing related to his work, and that is his DARPA ID that you find on the nightstand in plain sight. Other than that, it seems like he kept most of his work out of the house.
Mm.
But unless you want to really like do a proper search, how much time do you sacrifice to your little hand?
And probably not that much, right? Because like if we don't see anything work related except the ID, we're like, "Oh, let's take the ID and maybe look at in the office."
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hmm. After further search, it's not. You reach the conclusion that the office is has been made in the same way as well the rest of the house. Everything seems fake. Even the books on the rather enormous and impressive shelves aren't actual books. It's just the covers of them. You know what I mean? The fake books to give the appearance that the owner of the room is well read, well rounded individual, right?
Hmm.
Uh, but it looks unused, and the only thing that catches your attention is the picture on the desk. This isn't a. This is the only picture that you have found in the whole house that actually has Dixon's dad in it, and you do recognize that. The features of your friend, right? That's definitely him, just older version. But you have seen Dixon's mom as well, like in real life. You know that she's blonde. However, the woman that the Dixon's father is with on the photo and holds her hand is completely different, a completely different person. And the way that in the photo, the way that Dixon's dad is looking at that woman, it's a telling look. That's it. Unless you start tearing off the wallpaper, looking for hidden messages, obsessed with finding your friend.
Looking at the bookcase, is there like a hidden like bookshelf drawer or a hidden like door?
Ooh, that would be an investigation roll.
Okay. Um, again, I'm really great at those.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Is Sam helping?
Uh, yeah, like are you like pulling the books?
All right, all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
just
that would be
trying
an
out of all the books.
additional die to the roll.
Then yeah, it was putting it along with it.
Here we go. Let's go.
There
So
you
we
go.
have
Do you have any luck or to use up,
Nope.
or do you want to push it?
Um.
taking the books off the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. Frodo, do you know? Sorry, Sam. Do you know? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Hmm. You don't know where your friend is. You only know that he's not here and probably missing, that someone has been to his house and that birds are now either evil eagles or smart pigeons or very dead sparrows. What do you want to do?
Maybe we should look back for toast and pizza crust and actually, 'cause I think the Eagles did it. I think they had the family.
Yeah. Then call my sister, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try to ring her up. Maybe she's
Where
like
does your
on lunch
sister
break or
work?
something. I haven't thought this through. um,
Is she like a hairdresser or is she like a smart, more of a smart person? Does she work at the Loop or?
Um, I don't know. Actually, let me see. She could be a hairdresser. I think. Sure.
Uh huh. And why is she your anchor? Like, what does she give you that your mother cannot?
Well, we kind of just take care of each other and stuff. She does a lot of cooking and other like house stuff. Mom doesn't really leave the house or leave the room.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, as you call her, you wait for the signal, and you almost give up before you hear her picking up her phone. And instead of the usual welcome of the hair salon, you hear screaming in the background, a glass shattering, and your sister voice on the other end of the line. Help! He's here! And help!
Sis, wait, what's happening?
Kai! Oh my god! Oh my god, Kai, you need to run! Get away from Boulder City!
Wait, no, wait. What's happening? What's with all the birds and stuff?
He's here. Just the man who killed Kai, you need to go. You need to go. Don't go outside. Just stay stay indoors and far away from the lake. And before you get a chance to reply, your sister, it's not like she hangs the phone. It's just that there's the screeching of a bird and flapping of feathers and crashing, and your sister isn't there to answer anymore. You only hear the noise.
All right, we have to go, like right now.
Where something happened?
Uh, yeah, some birds or something attacked my sister's salon. We gotta go right now.
Okay, yeah,
She
yeah.
said something about a lake.
To go to the lake?
Just no, like to stay away from it.
Oh,
But it's just gonna hop on the without really saying anything else or checking. Just gonna hop on the bike and start riding towards the salon.
Mm-hmm.
wait. And I just gonna get this back, start in the back behind him.
Yeah. Do you still have the? I believe you still have yours. Kai's sister's bike, right?
Yeah.
So, pedaling as hard as you can, going as fast as you can. You make your way out of that residential district for the rich. And it's plain to see that whatever is happening at your sister's saloon, Kai, it's happening also across the most of the city center of Boulder. The birds, the eagles and hawks, and the birds of not the birds of prey, but the birds that usually hunt in alone, they are now flocking together, and all you can actually see is them attacking random people on the street. Somewhere in the as you make a way across the street, you see from the side of the park some baby being lifted up by an eagle, a mom shouting in dread. Everything seems to be chaos. What do you do?
We just keep heading to the salon, right?
With that one single goal in mind. Uh, Tell me, Kai, how does your sister's saloon look like?
Um, it's not too customized or anything. It's just like one of those ones that say like hair and nails.
Hair.
It's like it's yeah, like Boulder's hair and nails.
Boulders, hair, and nails. I like it. So as you make your way towards that saloon, you do see that from afar you see that the windows are broken and that there are two women trying to bat away at an eagle who's trying to scratch their eyes out, and they are using like towels and whatever bottles of shampoo that they have on hand. They are throwing it at the bird. Uh, a few meters next to the saloon, more or less the same is happening at the convenience store, but you don't see your sister anywhere, at least not at first. What do you do? Okay, change
So there's
for
only one eagle in here.
one eagle that is directly attacking the women inside of the hair saloon. The birds in general are everywhere.
Yeah.
If
Let's
you
try to take
look
out that
around,
bird.
you can count at least 7 eagles on this very street, and you've seen as you look up, you see that the sky is full of. You have never seen as many birds before in one place.
Yeah. Let's try to take out that bird or the eagle and ask what happened.
Yeah.
How do you go about?
I um I guess I have my hammer maybe still.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure that
I'm
you're
hesitant
still
to use
carrying
my
that.
guitar. Yeah.
You really don't
Probably
want
should
to
have
use
picked.
it like to bat away a bird, right?
Yeah, of course not. That's the guitar is signed by Van Halen, and it's also one of the last things my dad left me or gifted me. So
Not a weapon.
um,
Yeah.
definitely not a weapon. Um, yeah, I'll try to attack with a hammer.
All right. So you are both going at that one eagle inside
Mhm.
of the hair saloon. So please roll for force. Let's see if the nunchako, of
Mhm.
course, with +1 for Kai, who's wielding a hammer, and +2 for nunchako. Frodo, you are going to be a great bird killer in the future. Or
Oh, I
Oh
wait.
my
I got.
goodness.
Bro, that's okay. Don't worry. They don't chase me. That's 1, 2, 3. Well, you see, yesterday I was playing Catan. I think I used all my luck there.
those 5 successes were your limit for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
should have spread them out.
we, we just get in, and I trip with shampoo. I just, what?
Uh, uh,
Okay, I got one
the,
success.
how does do you want to push that roll or use your luck?
So pushing gives one condition, right?
Yes.
I'll push it. Like I sleep on the shampoo. I get up. Let's continue. Okay,
Fair enough.
there we go. Still less than expected, but hey, that's,
So we've got 2 successes. Nice.
mm,
So you slipped on the shampoo, but you managed to gather your wits about and go for another round
yeah.
to hack at the bird. Yeah, definitely. I would ask you to take one condition, and that
Mhm.
would be embarrassed. On the original character sheet, not on Alchemy, you would have the names for conditions. Sadly, here we don't have it, but I'm sure that slipping on the shampoo
Mhm.
bottle when you wanted to be a memorable hero
Yeah.
was a bit humbling
Mm.
experience, right? Uh,
It's
how about
a bit red.
uh-huh, uh-huh. How about Kai? Two successes aren't enough to completely defeat the eagle. So Kai, even though you see your friend whacking it with that nunchuck, uh, the bird is still defending itself quite nicely. What do you do?
Um,
Did you roll for that hammer?
yeah, I rolled for the hammer.
Oh, wait a second. To
Wait, sorry, I went to look at
So
the
that
at,
Oh
was
wait, the
one
hammer is
success.
two.
Hammer's
Is
one
the hammer plus two? Oh, plus one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
plus one. Because it's not special item.
Yeah. I can I like grab one of the hairspray bottles or something, or like do I have to still need to do something with a hammer?
No, you can do anything you want. No worries.
Okay. I'm gonna try like the hairspray bottle, or like and just like try to spray it at the bird.
Ooh, nice. Go for a move this time, since you want to be more accurate and more nimble with that spraying. You're not
All right.
throwing anything heavy, you're just trying to catch it. How does it, unless you want to push it or use any other way to fix the roll, uh, how does it end up
um.
not really being to your advantage? Do you forget to turn the can of spray the right way around? Do you spray
Is
yourself
the
instead of the bird?
does the can have like any plus to it, like a plus one, or is it
Let's go. Let's give you that plus one. Why not?
okay? Here we go. Let's go. Plus one.
Let's go.
No, sadly no.
um, the spray can is empty. It's full empty.
And you don't want to push it to save the middle-aged woman who only wanted to get herself a permanent hairdo.
I I try to push it.
Uh-huh. How do
Like,
you
can we just like, can we try to like get the eagle's attention or something, or
Well,
has this been
if
working?
the can is empty, you can still throw it, right?
Okay, yeah, I'll try to I'll try to throw it. So, do I what push it?
Mm-hmm. Roll again.
Okay, all right.
And take one condition. Um take one condition. Let's go for scared because you do manage to get the eagle's attention, but in the worst possible way. Because the eagle now this interest in the older woman is going to try and get to scratch your eyes out. How does it feel like
Okay.
being attacked by a really big mass of feathers and metallic talons and beak?
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying.
What do you do, Frodo? Your companion is. How does it look like, Kai? How does it look like for Frodo? What's happening now?
Um, the he throws the so he tries to spray the bottle, and it's completely empty. So like he can just whiffs it, like throws it at the bird, and like it just like clanks like metal on metal. The bird just like turns around. It starts like trying to like claw at Kai, and Kai's just like trying to hold it back, but like maybe getting scratched up on the process. Frodo, Sam, help!
Don't hurt my friend. I will run. I will try to grab the eagle from behind, like just hold the wings, like if I was a you know how,
Uh-huh.
you know how they hold someone from behind for the someone else to hit them. Yeah, so I will go from behind, grab them by the the wings, and just like restrain them in the ground.
All right, roll for force then. If you want to help your friend, I like the how unlucky you guys are. It's either
Yeah,
5 successes in one roll or
or
it's
not.
a dry well of
I don't want to
failure.
lose against this eagle. I will use
Go for
another
it.
luck.
Push the roll.
I will use
Uh,
another luck this time.
Okay, all right. So in that case, you just take one luck and
Oh,
reroll.
we're, we're finished.
How do you get injured in the process of trying to catch that bird? What happens?
So I really tried to win from behind, and the eagle just flapping the wing just hit me with a metal one, like slapped me in the face and fall
Uh-huh.
back.
It barely you barely avoided getting your own eye pecked out just by a simple accident and miscalculation, which I'm sure sucks as the blood springs from your injury. And Kai, tell me, how does your sister running out of the closet with wielding I would say a broom save the day, but also what injury does she sustain that will be permanent as she does it?
Oh
Oh no.
Consequences.
god.
I um like oh man. Um well, she just gets like scratches, I think. Why is
So
that so loud?
your sister
Um
was uh-huh, yeah, yeah. On.
no, yeah, go ahead.
Like your sister was considered like a real beauty, right? Like her
Yeah.
face, she was like she could have been like a model or something, right? With how beautiful she was, and everyone was always telling her that she belonged to the covers of magazines and not in Boulder City. And what sort of dreams does your sister have that include her beautiful face?
Um I mean, she was kind of like just like the front person like for the salon, and like, you know, kind of hoping to like open up a beauty business or something.
Like she wanted to launch her own brand, right? Promote it with her beauty.
Yeah.
So as she whacks at that eagle, and the eagle in its last breathing moments launches itself at her face, she now, as she emerges triumphant, she's also uh, her face is all bloodied, and you see the really deep scratches on her cheek going down and permanently disfiguring. Are you okay? I told you to.
Are you okay?
Do I look
Yes.
okay?
I try to find like antiseptic or something around to like help her out.
Well, I'm sure that there's at least running water, if not a first aid kit at the hairdresser. Uh, the other ladies are definitely cho- using the opportunity to bolt away from the danger zone to strike out of the saloon, and that leaves your sister and your friend Frodo here.
I I what what is happening? You said that he was here? Like we wait, no, we we have to like get you to the hospital or something, right?
Well, for what it's worth, I think the hospitals might be a bit occupied for a moment.
Um,
We should just stay here in the closet and wait for it all to end.
Uh,
but,
Sam.
but Dickinson is out there. Is still out there.
Yeah. We need to get you to the hospital.
Also, yeah, my mom is a nurse. She can, if we go to the hospital, she can treat you. I can, as a favor
Yeah.
for saving us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
The hospital?
Like we can get like
Jesus.
priority access or something, like, right? Like you can tell your mom to be like, give us VIP passes or something.
Yeah.
If you want
Hmm?
to persuade your sister Kai to go with you to a hospital instead of hankering down here and waiting out the bird apocalypse, that would be a role for charm. Get someone to do what you
Okay.
want them to do. And
Yeah.
since that will be +1 since Sam is offering his mother's services.
All right. There's the roll for charm, and then add one more.
Jesus
So there's
Christ,
this.
guys, what's happening with your rolls?
I don't.
Oh, man.
Like,
Maybe alchemist, but maybe.
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
I mean,
Um.
which god did you piss off recently?
um.
Hmm?
Long
All right.
list.
Well, do you want to push it or leave it like this, as is? If your sister putting her foot down and trying to drag both of you to the closet with just uh, a towel pressed to her face and saying this is enough.
um. I try to push it. I guess. Take another condition.
Mm-hmm. Remember that if you take too many conditions, you can always try to give yourself a pep talk, right? To motivate
Yeah.
yourself to alleviate.
Okay. All right. Like, you said like you know like Dixon is like family. You know, like it. He doesn't have a lot of like family around him, I guess. And like you said, that family is important and stuff, right? So we gotta like we gotta trust. We gotta trust Sam's mom, and we have to like help Dixon.
Pushed.
Oh, I forgot to do stuff.
Well, what?
One. Nice.
We're so bad at this.
Well, it's
Oh,
not
wait,
going
did I press the
great.
other
I'm
one?
not gonna
No,
lie.
Oops. Oh, ignore the last one.
Right. Right. We need to like roll 100d6 to reset the log. I always
Yeah, I need to like roll
If
a
you
bunch.
just reset the log.
roll it like the uh, your sister is definitely giving in, but as this is an one shot, right? And we do have a deadline that we cannot cross. Tell me, this is a moment where you both have to choose whether or not you want to escort your sister to the hospital and some sort of hunker down to wait out the apocalypse to protect the people that you love, or do you want to try and find Dixon and try and push your sister for more info?
We try to find. I want to try to find Dixon.
Sir Brian. Sir Brian.
Yeah, I know. Sam, what do you want to do?
Survival or friendship? You know what Frodo would have chosen from Lord of the Rings.
I don't know what to think about that.
Are you the same hobbit? Are you the brave hero who will defeat the evil, or are you the one who will survive?
Like, we gotta rescue Dixon, right? Like that's
Yeah.
like so this is just about environment, right? Like I already beat one eagle. I can beat more.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Yeah.
got just gotta get the nerves out of your system. That's all.
Yeah.
Your scratched arms, right? And the failure with the shampoo, notwithstanding.
Yeah.
You do.
There's no shampoo in the lake. It'll be fine.
Fair enough. So, you leave your sister so that she can get to the hospital by herself. Now that she has agreed to do it, you trust her that she will not stay here, right? That she will go find safety. Uh, whereas she very reluctantly lets you go after being convinced that whatever happens, Sam has an unchuck.
Hmm.
So maybe you do stand some chance. And I
Yeah.
believe,
He's like really good with it.
and she tells you that the center of all of that, it's at the beach, near the lake. That's where all the birds started coming from, and that's where the uh, worst part of it was, at least according to what she heard over the.
Um, before like we go different ways, I will give one of the breads to Kai's sisters. Say like, just ask for. I can choose a last name. Just ask for my mom. If she sees the bread, you just she will help you.
She will help you.
I know it sounds weird, but she will know I gave it to you.
Kai's
Like
sister
the only
takes it
people who have.
takes it to heart, right? That she will find help at the last friendly house, uh, at the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I guess you part ways at the saloon, right? Going for separating, and your sister Kai just gives you one big hug, leaves a little bit of blood on you in the process.
Oh, God.
She has one giant wound on her face one, so it's a
Yeah.
little bit inevitable, but she's holding strong, giving you that
Yeah.
little bit of extra bravery that day.
All right.
So
Guy
with that being
turns
said,
and like, yeah.
yeah, go on, go.
I was gonna say he's like full serious right now. At that point, he's like just turns to Sam's like, let's go fuck up some birds.
So with that, this is a nice way for me to break, to ask for a break. Do we need it? 5 minutes or
Mhm.
10, or are we good to go?
We could do like a 2 minute break or something.
All right, let's go for 5 minutes then, and we will jump right back into it, into the final scene where you make it to the lake.
All right. Where's my break music? Uh, that's so disgusting. All right, we're gonna take a quick break here, but I'll chat with you all. Um, wow, this is the dark. It's deeper than I expected. Um, yeah, but this is fun. Thanks to anyone in chat for the redeems. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna take a quick break here. We might call it an ad break. Right? And just play some chill music in the meanwhile. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I got a message. Aww. This is kind of some psychedelic music here. Let me see if we can figure out the scale. Alright, we found the scale. Wait, who clipped? Wait, what clip? why is there a clip? I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. Welcome back.
Is it going for Lina?
Yeah, I think so.
And hey, I'm back.
Talking about the devil.
Hey, welcome back. All right.
Can you put this away?
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Let's hop back into it.
let's get back into it. Right after a rather heartfelt goodbye from your sister, Kai. Both of you are heading towards the inevitable, towards the heart of this whole, well, whatever it is, whatever made someone turn birds into feral creatures of mass destruction. It all has the source at the beach, Boulder City. Uh, what? How do you want to get there? Do you just do you try to be sneaky and careful and not get noticed by any of those mutated birds, or do you just book it and go for brawn over smart? How do you approach the situation?
I think we should go carefully, as you know, as to avoid most of the bursts. In that way, I can also give the bike back to your sister. So easy.
Uh, yeah. So wait, are we just like both on one bike, just like riding in tandem?
If your sister took the bike, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can ride through on one bike. um, I don't know. Kai kind of wants to fuck up every single bird at this point, but maybe that's not the smartest thing to do.
It's the
Um,
fury in you, right? How do you feel about your
yeah,
sister's face?
yeah, pretty pissed off. Wants to mess up all the birds.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And how about yours, you Sam? How's the general feeling towards the bird avian population? Are you? How's your anger issues actually? You said that that was a problem for you in the past. Do you think that this is a healthy outlet for you?
Well, well, Toast was right. These eagles are evil. So,
They for sure
look,
are.
I don't know about healthy, but they definitely deserve what's coming for them. That's what I will say.
So as you make your way towards the beach on one bike this time, who's riding the bike and who's being sort of on the lookout and a possible anti-eagle weapon?
I assume Kai will be driving the bike.
Yeah, I mean, between the both of us, you have the higher eagle kill count. So
Of what?
also, it's
Eagle
my
kill.
bike.
Yeah,
So
so he's your bike.
I like the logic. Also, it's my bike. Fair enough. So I would ask, in that case, uh, our nunchaku wielding karate kid
Mm-hmm.
to make one rule for force with your nunchuck to see how, in a little bit of a streamlined way, how did that defending your back and your friend's back go
Okay.
while on a bike. And you're doing
you
things
got this,
carefully,
dude.
right? Mhm.
Just wax on and wax off.
So, well, don't you
How
go like
many eagle
in
bodies are left behind?
oh, oh. I forgot I had to confirm the row. Oh. Wait,
Nice.
one nunchos. Okay, it's 1 to 6.
Uh-huh. So it's not a great success.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do take a few hits there. There are more scratches and some of them deeper than you think a bird would be capable of. But you do manage to protect your friend's back, and Kai is able to uh, get you towards the beach. And as you do go through the Boulder City center, You see the people fighting with those blasted creatures. The noise that they make, it's jarring, horrible, mingling with the screams and the sound of alarms. And since this is America, I would imagine also gunshots. People are definitely.
That's fair.
This is something I did not think about before, but there are definitely gunshots somewhere in the background. I would imagine. And as you make it to the pier, to the beach of Boulder City, uh, what you see is, well, how would you describe? Well, let me ask you a different question. Have you seen Transformers?
Yes.
Are you like fan of cartoon?
Yeah.
How would you describe a transformer like bird? As large as a house. How does it look like?
A lot of moving parts, mechanical. Feathers are metal sheets.
Well, like looks like a
Each
plane.
time it moves, yeah, yeah. Each time it moves, there's just like metal groaning and creaking.
And that is the structure, the robot that draws your attention almost immediately, and you see it on that beach, surrounded by police cars and DARPA vehicles, and there's definitely a deadly encounter going on there. Of course, it's all accompanied by the other birds that sort of try and um, run interference with the humans. But you were both looking for your friend, for Dixon, and you almost pass it next to it, almost miss it. But Sam, tell me, how does Dixon's bike look?
I mean,
It's gotta be like
he
top
got
quality,
rich
right?
parents. His bag is
Yeah,
probably
it's like a 10 speed.
yeah, like top of the line. It has all those changes with the chains.
Yeah.
He, he probably can do mountain biking, even though I think I don't know if the 80s did that a lot. And
You
flames.
know,
I imagine he put flames on it.
oh, for a
Yeah.
second I thought you said that in flames, as in burning.
Oh, like flames
Oh my
inside.
goodness.
So that it goes faster. Okay.
Definitely. So you almost miss it on the beach. You almost get drawn by that ginormous mechanical nightmare being set against the people of Baldur's Gate, no, of Boulder City. I'm so sorry. And but you notice the wheel of Dixon's bike sticking out of a dune to um, far, not that far away, but to the left of away from the main events, so to say. And there are visible tracks in the sand leading away from the heat of the battle. What do you want to do? Do you want to get into the mecha fight with the uh, giant robot bird?
Oh, let's go find Dixon, right?
Yeah, let's follow it. Right.
Yeah. What is Dixon's first name?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
You never decided what's Dixon's first name now
Going
that
back
you
his old
mentioned.
name.
Is
Yeah,
it Dixon
probably
Dixon?
Dixon,
Rick.
Dixon squared.
Rick
Rick
Dixon.
Dixon. Oh my goodness. All right. So now that you remember your friend's name,
Rick Dixon.
I feel like we just
you
call him Dixon like when he's not there just to be just 'cause it's funny.
Yeah, we yeah. Also, like when we call him by his last name, like his parents are like more well known and stuff, so like it pulls more status. So like
Mm.
we're at a store or like a restaurant. We're like, hey, yeah, Dixon, your dad works in like something, right? You get faster service. Sometimes we get like extra fries, you know. Like they're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, hey, yeah, yeah, here you go. Here's some extra food. It's
Good
Bob.
old nepotism. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. Uh, listen. Dixon, the younger, might be bitter about the whole family thing, right?
mhm.
But he is a kid that is not above getting free fry.
Yeah.
Who is really?
So definitely you're following the steps, and I would ask you for just one role for investigate. You can pick whoever roles as you. It's easy to follow the track. Uh, would it be easy to notice what's the surrounding area and all the little details point you in the right direction? We will see. I know I don't have much hope.
Sam, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I'm like going to a lost stance, kind of sneaking around and just like following the trail. Is it investigate? Oh, always forget I have to confirm the role. I thought I had more than. Oh, it's because the condition.
Well,
Oh,
actually, now that you're sneakily following the track, you do know you do notice that they lead a little bit to the most remote part of the parking lot next to the beach. This is the route that Dixon would have taken before you leave the. Does any one of you want to do a pep? Do you want to sort of take a moment to gather yourself to oh, maybe roll for that lead so you can take off some of the conditions?
Do you want me to take it?
yeah, I'm just gonna like play music. It's like, yo, bro, just gotta. It's like, it's like Journey said, man. You just gotta not stop believing.
Stop believing.
Street lights. Yeah, we got this. You just gotta not stop believing.
The spirit of music is with you. So that would be lead with +2 from your guitar. Good thinking. Good thinking. For that musical pep. If I could please get the roll.
Wait, are you rolling? No, I'm rolling. It's you, right?
Wait, lead?
Yeah, wait.
Wait, who
Lead.
has the better lead stat out of both of us?
Do you
Lead.
really think that the more dice you have, the better?
No, honestly, at this point, no.
You play the song. I feel
Yeah.
like it has to be you.
Alright.
Plus, plus two
What's the
Okay,
from the
guitar?
there's one.
What's the guitar?
plus,
Plus two. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Jesus. That's one condition that you can take off
Well,
uh,
Okay,
between
alright.
the two of you.
oh, but
Uh,
Oh, wait. How many conditions do you have?
I'm at one.
Okay. But you're like the eagle killer, so
Uh-huh.
I feel like you should take one off.
Okay.
I'll hang on to mine.
So the with the soundtrack playing in my head, I start feeling the embarrassment from past failures. I'll get him this time.
mm-hmm. as you very carefully emerge onto the paved part of the parking lot, there are many cars parked. You are lured into one from from behind which you can hear really furious yells. It starts really slow, but as if someone just woken up, and then you hear the very well. There's one thing that Dixon is good at when it comes to singing, and that is following in the footsteps of all the dark metal band. He likes to growl. So you hear a very familiar uh, sound of Dixon yelling slash growling at someone, and then you hear his shout of, "I will fucking kill you! How dare you!" And someone is struggling. Some sounds of struggle, at least. What do
Dixon
you
is
do?
saying,
Do you? Hmm.
Yeah, let's go.
okay, we gotta hurry.
How
Just
does
double time up.
Dixon's dad look?
You gotta have a monster.
Have a mustache. All right.
like typical American dad mustache, like a Ned Flanders mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And what does he usually
Kinda
wear?
like a dress shirt, right, with a tie.
Yeah, like very formal all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So as you burst on the parking lot, looking for that car behind which your friend is, how does the first person that you see is coming from that? How do you call it? The lid that you have on a sewer.
The manhole cover.
Thank you so much. My like a little bit of a disclaimer. The further we go, the lower my English skills are going to get, because it's close to midnight.
That's okay.
So
I,
I forgot it.
manhole is a weird thing to call it too. I don't know why they would call it a manhole. So they would like,
Well, I know why.
honestly,
Listen, in this
you
case,
know,
it's actually a very nice turn of phrase, because you do see not Dixon, your friend, not Dixon, or what was his name, Rick Dixon,
Uh-huh.
but instead you see his father uh, trying to get out of a manhole and being visibly pulled by something that sounds from just the noises as his son. And how does old Dixon look like if he were like, to you, he is wearing his villain costume? How how would that look like? Villain bird themed costume.
okay, you got this kind of like the Vulture
Yeah,
from Spider-Man,
Oh,
like
oh no,
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
with a bit of
Or not Homecoming.
two a big belly maybe. Uh,
funny.
he looks the guy looks really well crazed, you would say, and he's just snarling at his son to let me fucking go, child. And it's clear that the whatever Dixon is trying to do is he's trying to keep his dad from getting out. What do you do?
Wait, so like the
Behind the cars,
Dix-
between one parked car and the other, there's the open manhole from which Dixon's dad's trying to get out. But Dixon, your friend, is probably trying to drag him down to the sewer, not letting him go. So, what do you do with that?
Uh, Dixon, buddy, what's going on?
Is your dad the villain? Do I kick him in the face?
Do you yell it loud enough that Dixon in the sewer will hear?
Yeah.
Yeah, we move up towards the manhole.
You
Or I
hear
move
a
up to the
mumbled.
manhole.
You hear a very mumbled sort of, just fucking kill him! Or, no, wait,
Oh,
don't kill him! Just, I don't know, stop him! And this is the moment where his dad sort of notices you and goes, I will not be stopped by your friends. And as his hands are free, he reaches for some sort of a controller that he had tucked into his well, parts of his outfit, I would say, uh, and is about to press a button on it.
I run at him and kick him in the face.
Roll for force.
It's, I don't know what it is. Trying
I kick him in the face. That's a good up. That's a good, stress response.
But-
Who said you cannot kick your
Oh
problem?
yes.
this one's-
No.
Uh,
I'll have to
that
slow
was
down
a
listening.
sneak, right?
oh
That was a
yeah.
sneak,
So, you want to like
Sneak
sneak
Louise
No, no,
behind
no, no.
in the
him?
face.
I wanted to roll force. I just clicked the wrong one.
Hmm. You know what?
It is a number of dice. So
It's alright. It's alright.
It's
That's good.
it's
don't
the
want to
same
risk
number
it.
of dice. All right, roll for force, and we will take the better option. All right,
Merciful.
let's go with that. I know.
Merciful DM, my favorite.
Oh, nice.
2, 3.
Nice. There you go. So see, it was worth it. Uh, so 3 is exactly what you would need facing a villain of the story.
Okay.
So tell me, ha, you just go up to him and kick him in the face.
I found when Dixon's the friend like screams, "Just kill him!" I just already start like
Oh no!
taking steps, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Just pan in the, I kick him in the jaw, just like
The guy goes temporary limp. He's not like dead. He's
yes.
just temporarily too shocked to gather his wits about him, and the controller goes flying under one of the cars. But this is definitely not over because as dazed as the guy is, he's definitely going to slowly try to get out of that manhole, and Dixon is pulling from under him, and you hear the screeching of eagles above, and there's of course the sounds of the battle happening there. What do? Do you try to kick him again just to make sure that he won't get up, or what do you want to do?
Can I dive for the remote and see what I
Yes,
can figure what's up with that?
for sure.
What do I roll?
uh
Or do I just grab it?
Yeah, you just grab it. Like, come on. You can get on the ground and sort. You are a teenager. You don't need to worry about your back yet.
Yeah, still, still like,
Okay. Does this thing come with like instruction manual or something? Like turn off all the birds or like make them nice? Fun.
For all kinds of purposes, it looks more like a remote control for your TV. Uh, but there isn't anything like that's actually signed, right? Like there's no
Yeah.
symbols that would make you be able to use it. Just buttons that you would
I'll just
have
try
to
to
figure out.
yeah,
And
maybe the power button.
so, to figure out what the buttons do, that would be a roll for, I believe, comprehend. Oh wait, let me say it because this is a technology.
Think
Give me a no, 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 no. That would be no, that would be calculate. Sorry. So what its purpose and how does it work?
All
In
right.
Poland, in
Yeah.
Polish, it's called analysis. So I always confuse the two. So, Kai, do you just push all the buttons and learn empirically, or
um,
do you try to squeeze all you can from the last brain cells?
I try to squeeze all I can into New
Yes, you
Organic.
can try.
it's a better
Oh my
line
goodness.
on the control is to read the button.
Yeah. Um, no, that's a 0 out of 3.
Are you pushing the roll? Like just
Oh
by
yeah.
Or the luck.
uh-huh.
Oh
Have you used your luck?
Oh, I can use my luck. Sure. What do I do with it? To just like roll again?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
33% chance. Okay.
Use that
So
one luck. Yeah.
instead of looking for like the biggest button, you look for the one that is the most used up, right? Or has like some sort of um uh, you know turn
Wearing down. Yeah.
down parts, right? The most that's seen the most use. And what do you want to do? Do you want to just switch it off?
Uh, yeah. Let's go with that.
Uh-huh. So as you press it, all the birds that are flying above your head, all the birds controlled by the pilot, by the controller, go down one by one, as if it was. You think that the same thing might have happened to the sparrows. Now that you think about it, it's the same thing. Just birds stopping in mid-air, falling down. Some of them thunk on the tops of the cars parked nearby. Some of them land on the ground, and some of them don't survive that fall. You hear more gunshots in the distance as the leads are getting probably a bit closer to overcoming giant mechanical monster. And you hear from the sewer voice of your friend, "What the fuck is happening? Sam,
Dad's dick.
There's a there's a big
I
mechanical bear.
know!"
Oh, sorry. Yeah, all the birds are attacking and stuff.
The birds are
We kicked
the
your
birds
dad,
are
but I don't think
falling.
he's dead.
Actually, about that, the dad is regaining his wits about him after that initial kick. And I believe Kai went for the controller. And
Yes.
what about Sam?
Okay. I guess as I see him
You,
like
uh
dizzy or something, and I hear I would just try to push him down the hole.
So you would have to like you yell to Dixon to your friend to make space, right?
Yeah, like "W- I'll push him down. Don't get crushed.
All right, roll for that force, because the man doesn't want to go down.
Uh,
2, perfect. How do you do it?
Nice.
Do you jump on him or do you?
yeah,
Oh, no.
I
Just
I
jump on him.
I take a little leeway, and I just jump like cannonball into a pool and just try to hit him in the in the back
Oh, Jesus Christ!
or in the shoulders and then to like go down with him. Ah, oh,
Oh, the bird guy goes down, and you go into the manhole with him, into that stinky, cramped space where you can glimpse for the first time at Dixon Jr., at Rick. And the first thing you notice is that Rick has his face is red from crying, and he has been through a lot. The birds have, even though it was his dad controlling the birds, he is full of like scratches, the same as you and Kai.
I I gave him a hug. It's okay, Ray. We are here. Okay, everything's fine.
Nothing is fine. My dad is like some sort of fucking bird mad scientist asshole, and he's obsessed with that scientist lady, and my mom isn't even my mom. And he starts mumbling so many things. Like, you think that whatever happened, Rick had a wild weekend.
Where, bro, is this what you wanted to show us on Friday?
You, Kai, you barely
It's all right.
escape, like, as you make that remark, right? You barely manage to dodge a stone flying from the sewer right at your forehead. Shut the fuck up!
Okay, man, we got this. Just gotta, you gotta stick together, right? Like fuck your family and all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
Th-
Your dad
This is
always
us.
suck anyway.
We got this. Yeah, your dad sucked. We agreed that on like literally the moment that we met him. It was like yeah, your dad's kind of a dick, but like now he's like full dick. It's not like a kind of good dick anymore. It's just like he's like a full dick. Like yeah,
But what the fuck am I going to do with him now? And you look at the fully now unconscious man. Do you like maybe lift him so that he doesn't drown in the sewer water, or do you leave him to bubble the air away? That's a decision to make.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at it, looking at the bubbles. So you say you wanted him dead, or
I know I said it, but like, I don't really.
no?
I
No,
mean,
it's fine. It's
fuck.
fine. Okay. Let's just throw him around.
yeah. We'll like I don't know, tie him up or something. Or like give him over to the police.
Yeah,
And I walk up and kick him.
yeah, but he was shooting
What the
outside.
fuck, man? I can't just leave my old man to the police.
He kind of a
I-
criminal now. Maybe even
Yeah.
a super villain.
I wish it was as cool in reality as in comics.
No, no. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man beats up one like this every other week. He's cool.
Yes, but that's really cool.
Fuck, and I just managed to persuade him to buy us the tickets for what's your favorite band? Like, as a group of friends. Who's the favorite number one?
Oh man, that's tough.
Like, I feel like it has to be Eye of the Tiger. Who made that? Queen? No. Yeah.
Eye of the Tiger.
Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah.
So between one sub and the next, between one hit of the wall with a tight fist and the next, Dixon tells you that he persuaded his dad to bring all of you to a Survivor concert in Los Angeles. Oh, sorry, Las Vegas. That's the desert city, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, but look at him now.
I don't know. Like I think. Yeah. I think like all that money and stuff goes to you, right? If like he goes to jail or something, we could just like buy our own tickets, or like we don't need to go see a concert. We can make our own concert, right?
I guess so.
Well, look, we'll like get big, and like
Mhm.
the Survivor will like be begging us to like open for them. All right,
Yeah.
let's just get whatever this is figured out first, and we'll go worry about the concert later.
Yeah, yeah, all right, all right. So, for the purposes of the story and narration, what do you do with the unconscious guy, and how does the rest of the day look like for you? What do you do with that controller? Do you keep it to yourself, or do you hand it over to the police and the scientists? How does it go?
Yeah, probably. I mean, what do you think, Sam? Should we hand this over to the police? Yeah, like we should, right?
I mean,
So like this is like evidence or something.
the controller. I mean,
I don't know what any of these bands does. Like, if you can figure it out, like maybe we can do something with it. But like, I don't like any of this.
I think you're right that the controller is technically like evidence. I did one that kind of asked my dad about it because it feels like they knew something was gonna happen.
Um, yeah.
Still have the idea. I mean, well, the birds. Wait, the birds have the name, right? In the way.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think that's
wait.
enough evidence. Actually, now that I think about it, he signed his war.
Oh yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Then let's get out of the hole.
we
Let's just call the police over. They will get him out. He's too fat for me. I don't. I
yeah,
cannot get him
yeah,
out.
that sounds good. I don't. Yeah. Um.
You're leaving him in the sewer and alerting the police, then, right? Instead of trying
Yeah,
to.
like, well, one of us
Well,
could like. I mean, we could drag him, right? Like maybe like in the water or something,
I
or
don't know, like
like
the stairs or
just like between the two of us. Yeah, we try to drag him. I don't. I don't know.
okay. Let's
Or
go.
like one of us can stay here and like watch him,
Mhm.
or like two of us can stay here and watch him, and then like one of us can like run up and grab the police.
Okay. I can keep watching in case he awakens. I can kick him again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good idea. Actually, uh, yeah. Feel free to kick him even if he doesn't wake up. He's a dick
Definitely.
and he deserves it.
Mm-hmm. So for
You can also
as
kick him, Rick, if it makes you feel better. Because I think
Dude,
he owns you the most.
yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
I'm gonna go kick him in the rib.
I think Rick uh gets one free hit as well, just for the overall stress of the day, just to let go of all the compressed anger in him. Well, for the rest of the day, you spend you spend it in a police car, being thoroughly interrogated, asked multitude of questions, oftentimes the same ones, the repeating ones.
Mhm.
The adults seem to be a little skeptical on the birds being able to talk, as they themselves have not heard it from those birds around. But eventually, you do make your way back. And a week after this disaster, everything seems to slowly return to the boring norm. So the next Monday, how has your lives have changed somehow? But in most of the in most of the parts, they remain sadly, mind-numbingly the same. So, what is different, and what is still the old routine that you have enough of? Kai, how
Um,
about at your house? What is new and what is still the same?
um, I think like kind of like since his sister kind of like just came out of the hospital, he's probably trying to like uh take care of her and like just like treat her like a baby, kind of like, oh, you can't do anything for yourself and whatever, like, oh, you shouldn't like move, you're gonna open your wounds or something. So he's just like running around the house, kind of like stay busy and stuff like that. um and like maybe check on his mom and stuff. um yeah, I think it's probably, yeah, just spending most of the time trying to like help and nurse his sister. um
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I want to say as well, like, one final kick to Rick's dad, and just be like, this is this is for giving the Eagles a bad name. They're a great band, and you're a dick.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sure subconsciously the guy will remember that one vicious kick to the ribs and what it was.
He'll feel it in the morning.
Oh, well, the guy is going to have a really bad morning. That's for sure. He's like 40. Falling down the manhole at 40 isn't. Like, I feel for him,
Yeah.
even though he's the bad guy. How about you, Sam? What is the same? What changes?
So I guess some point in the week or like in the night that day when his, I would have like just ask my parents, like ask my mom like what did, if she knew something about the birth.
Hmm. And well, your mom's response would be that no, she had no idea. But your dad, on the other hand, you know that he keeps secrets for the government and for the loop.
Mhm.
So if you want to persuade him to tell you anything, that would be a roll for charm,
Okay.
just to see if he will consider you just a child and not in need of the knowledge.
I still have one luck. I will use it. I lost it.
Nice. So, over the course of a dinner, you do learn that when you were just a little child, there was a very famous scientist working at the Loop named Lena. And the way yeah, I know this is actually from the scenario, so please,
Wait,
the
really?
yeah,
You
I
said
know.
his name too. Okay. Cool, cool.
Lena Thisley, and she has been working on biotechnology, biorobotic technology to enhance animals so that they could be used more efficiently by humans. Mostly to help them. She was working the most to help uh, guide dogs be better at guiding blind people and being better assistants to humans by enhancing their minds. The goal was to make them capable of human level of thinking so that they could protect and help in the lives of those who needed it the most. However, Lena had some enemies at the loop, and she got into a very big scandal that ended up with her being extradited to Russia. She was accused of being a spy for the communist country, which of course in America did not fly at the. Dixon, who was madly in love with Lena, uh, decided to dedicate the rest of his life to finding out who made Lena leave and who wanted to get rid of and close down her research. Recently, there has been a shock going through the community because apparently Lena has died over the like around 2 weeks ago, and that is the time when Dixon Jr.'s dad started to behave like a maniac. And you sort of connect the dots. Dixon Sr. has stolen the research and has devised a plan to destroy everything that taken Lena away.
That were you against her research?
Well, Frodo,
Uh-huh.
is your father more of a Gandalf or more of Saruman?
I want, I want to find Gandalf.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
introduce you. I will introduce you to my own like mechanic
Mm-hmm.
that is completely chance based. I want you
Yes.
to roll 1d6, but before you roll,
Uh-huh.
right? Tell me if you bet on odds or even numbers. If you win, your dad is Gandalf. If you
Okay.
lose,
Even.
Can you use
betting on
luck point?
even. All right.
Very uneven.
Let's see. Let's
Uh,
see.
How do I roll a single digits?
Just 1d6.
Yeah, but I don't know how to roll
If
one digits.
if you click on that white button in the middle
Oh.
bottom, that should give
Okay.
you one.
Okay. Yeah. Come on, even. Come on, even.
Well, what makes you think in the way
Mm.
that your father looks at you that he was the one that he is the one that is truly like what changes the way that you look and think of.
Well, I there's the conversation. I ask the question. I mean, like he doesn't respond. He just gives me like a look and sends me to my room. I
Uh-huh.
I proceed to take the control that I was going to show him and just hide it. And I guess the thing that changed through that week, it just yeah, it just maybe like before it was like, oh, my dad is just a workaholic. Now it's like, oh, I think my dad is I think my dad is it's a bad person. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Bad and a little bit ruthless, definitely.
Yeah.
You don't you cannot help but think what kind of experiment exactly is your father conducting
Hmm.
in the bowels loop. On a lighter note, I, when you meet again with this time with Rick, who had a very tumultuous week, definitely.
Hmm.
How do you find pizza crust and ex bottles and toast still alive and where when do you and still capable of speaking English? Where do you find those two pigeons? Because there were the few birds that were not flying at the time of the catastrophe, so they did not hit the earth, and they managed to survive the crash. So, where are you as a trio when you stumble at birds and what the birds are?
Um, like we run into the birds again.
Yeah, like where do you see them again? Toast and pizza crust. Are they still toast and pizza crust though?
Or that toast has to be
Yeah.
so mold.
um, I feel like they probably stop by our place for like food and stuff.
In the garage.
And like yeah, and also like because like we helped them out or something.
Mhm.
Um,
We're
I think we
practicing
can
in the
like
garage. I leave the lamba bread
yeah
out, and we just see pizza cross like die for it.
yeah. You have like now we have someone to eat like that stale ass lambus bread and stuff, and like maybe we can like maybe we can get them to like open for us. Like like have stage effects and stuff, but like
Oh yeah.
birds or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
At a concert. Ooh.
That would be cool, right? Like
Yeah.
like you could set like the fireworks and stuff, or
Mhm.
like the stage like pyrotechnics. Like
It
we
can
could
be
have
like
like
our theme.
birds fly out. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So I think I know how you spend the rest of your summer trying to train the two pigeons to by a very
No,
generous use
no,
of lembas.
Yeah.
toast, toast. You fly, and then you eat the bread. Okay, we'll get you bread afterwards. Don't go for the audience bread.
I
For,
am
for...
no longer toast. Now I am popcorn.
For
The
the
names.
Sorry,
children.
Uh-huh.
we can get you popcorn, but like you gotta fly for us and like do what we tell you.
But maybe we're going to need him to lose some weight. I don't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah. Like
And I feel
what's
like
a good?
the best way to finish our session is when you make those remarks about certain pigeons' weight. The last thing we hear before the final credit rolls is that very offended "Oi!"
Oi.
yeah.
And I thank you so much for a nice little one shot for the evening with
Yippee.
little more
Yeah.
blunt force than
Mm.
investigation and technology, but that's all well and good. I hope you had fun and that you enjoyed the system and being the heroes of the day, and that you'll pick it up yourselves from time to time just to give it a try.
Yeah,
Very
it's
fun.
an interesting system with the roll six to succeed, and um, definitely feels
Your
like a
rolls were like
I cannot.
abnormally
I cannot
low.
believe how lucky we
abysmal.
were. No,
Like
It's okay.
I don't
We
know
it's
who did you pissed off, right? But must have been
someone powerful.
it's better to get the bad rolls out of the way right now, like in a game where we can't die, and then save the rest for later.
there's some truth to that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, so I hope you had fun,
Yeah, it was pretty
and
fun.
I
Yeah,
hope we
yeah,
can.
that was fun.
Yeah, I hope that next time if we play Tales from the Loop or there is a one for Tales from the Flood where you can die, that in
Oh,
the dice will treat
Ooh.
you a little bit better. Like
hopefully,
Well,
yeah.
wishful
I had
thinking.
a I had a character at my table roll 6d6 and all of those were sixes.
Oh
So we just
wow.
decided that he won the game, whatever else he's doing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's like a 1 in a million
Yeah,
chance right there. No way.
but this is rather unexpected. All right. So thank you so much. If you have any feedback,
Yeah,
you can either tell me or write to me, or and I hope that we get to hang out and do some more TTRPG if you're fun. Maybe not
yeah,
Dungeons and
definitely. That
Dragons.
was fun. Um, yeah, it's hopefully I don't have to play a little kid next time. But I mean, it was interesting, kind of to like, oh, what would a kid like think and stuff like that. I think I don't want to be offensive to kids and stuff, like being like, oh yeah, kids are just dumb or whatever. But like, having a little bit more of a lax, like yeah, yeah, I can think and do this as a character,
Uh-huh.
and it'd be totally fine.
And I
Because
like
like
playing
it's
impulsive
like, oh yeah,
characters, so so being a kid is fine with me.
yeah. Because it's like like if you say something dumb like as a an adult character, it feels like out of place.
Mhm.
But like as a kid, like you could just be like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have superpowers? Holy shit.
Yeah, like this is a very, very good. Like, yeah, you get to be a kid, right? And I
Mhm.
like this system because the stakes aren't that high. The first thing,
Yeah.
and then you don't have to be serious all the time, right?
Mhm.
Like if
Hmm.
you play a D&D character and I don't know, you lost your whole family and you are on the path of vengeance, right? You are the edgy rogue, right? You struggle with humanity. It's all right, yeah. You can role play that, but
Uh-huh.
it also doesn't allow you to be just silly goofy who's like
Yeah.
Yep. Like, sorry about it, like the character I use the PNG. Like I got this art from a D&D character, which which, which I specifically choose because I didn't think when I was playing him. I was just doing. I just did stuff. It was pretty fun.
well,
But,
you can always play at low end, right?
yeah.
Just go with the flow, with your intuition rather than wisdom, right?
Mhm.
Hmm. All right. Since it's almost midnight,
Yeah.
and we do have a time limit, so thank you so much for hanging out, streaming, and reaching out about the TTRPG. I'm very excited that I found people who like to play. So I will probably be
Yeah.
bothering other people and you too as well about other one shots if you
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to.
Of course. Yeah. I think RPG is a really fun way for like exercising creativity, but also like just getting your mindset in a different place,
Mhm.
and like especially like trying to connect and understand like different characters and backgrounds and stuff. And I think the exploration into is really cool.
I do love always
Well,
trying new systems. Like,
yeah, that was like
Yeah,
super.
for me, just
I didn't
D&D. Yeah.
expect it. Like, oh yeah, and we didn't have like the background teams for the last action, but you
mhm.
kicked his ass.
Yeah, it's really
All right.
chill music throughout.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a big fan. Do you play bards in your campaigns? Like, if do you
Who?
play Kai? Do you play like when you play D&D? If you play D&D or fantasy, do you
Uh,
play bards?
no, I don't actually. Surprisingly,
Really?
I
Really?
Um,
yeah,
unexpected, I would say.
I played Angry Little Girls. I played
Right.
really
That's
chill
fair.
old men. I played like kind of typical like pirate uh, type character. Um, yeah, I think like most of my characters like are a genesis of like I want to try to like do something different or new.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah,
Nice.
Mhm.
All right.
so maybe I
Uh,
should.
yeah,
See,
like
because like I don't
definitely.
yeah I don't want to like like be like oh playing music like all the time and stuff, but
Mhm.
I think like
Yeah.
it was just like play something really quiet in the background.
Oh, that's so cool. Like
Mhm.
like I know that people like to color or have fidget spinners, so just gently playing to keep your hands busy,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort of thing.
like
Yeah.
a background track or something.
Oh, there is like I will send you if I remember the title. There was that one indie system about uh, rock metal players fighting Nazis in Second World War.
Rock players fighting Nazis. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like that guitar
Mhm.
background would be perfect for for
yeah,
action
yeah.
packed punch the Nazi game. But for now the only plan I have is to run a system when you play Rock Samurai. So well, if you want to play again, you know where to find me. And for now, I think before the midnight hits, I will say goodbye and thank you so much. And
Yeah,
hopefully see you
thank you
soon.
for having us.
Goodbye. Thank you.
You
Thank you, thank
keep us
you.
posted on like games that you're DMing or something like
Yeah,
that, and if you're looking for players, maybe more than happy to spin something up and hopefully be better
For
next time.
sure. For sure, for sure. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
All right, take care. All right.
That is it for today.